Hey, welcome back. This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And I'm playing around with this latest version of SDRUNO and the new scanner function. And I'm probably doing things beyond what it's designed for, but I'm going to try it anyway. I love to experiment. Anyway, what I did is I took the EIBI database, which is all the frequencies, all the stations from DC to light, and I broke it down into various sub files. And this particular sub file is an extended version of the 49 meter international broadcast band. I say extended because that band goes from 5.9 megahertz to approximately 6.2 megahertz. And what I did is that it start at 5.9 and go all the way up to 7 megahertz. And then I saved that in the original EIB format. And then I went into SDRUNO right here and say import EIBI CSV file, which is my modified file. And it did that, and then once I imported it, then I saved it. So now I have this memory bank of all the entries in that range from the EIBI database. Now, the problem is there's a lot of duplication. And the reason being is there's a lot of stations that operate on the same frequency, number one, and there's a lot of stations that are entered here that they are the identical station and program, but at different times. So you can see, like, down here's got China radio, and there's a whole bunch of entries. And then if you go over here and look at some of the details, such as the time, whoops, what happened? There it is. So you can see these are all different times. So they're duplicates. So what one should do is really take all those duplicates out so they only have one entry per frequency. That's a lot of work. So I haven't done that. And so probably what's going to happen is it's going to, when I do the scan, it's going to, like if I come down here to China radio, it's going to hit this frequency, a half a dozen times. So it's going to slow down the scan. But according to the SDR Play team, this thing runs so fast that I'm assuming that it won't hurt it as far as slowing it down. It could. It will, but would it be noticeable or not? I don't know. So I've got it set up. I've got the scanner configuration. Again, I'm using the memory bank for the frequencies, and I've changed the hold time to 2 seconds because I'm just wanting to scan it. I don't want to stop on a signal, so that's turned off. And I do have saved a memory panel, but that is not applicable in this mode. So that's don't care. And I got the threshold at minus 80 dBm. It seems like the signals are just above that. So anything below 80 is going to be a pretty weak signal. So that's what I've got the parameter set to. Now, what I'm thinking about doing in order to get some record of what it's found when it does this scan, and it's a pretty big scan, and it's a pretty small interval. It's like, let's see, 0.0005, so it's pretty small. I'm going to try turning on this power and signal to noise ratio to a CVS file, so it will save what it found. That's what I'm going to try to do. Whether this is kosher or not, I don't know. So we're going to start play, and then we're going to start to scan, and then we're going to turn this on. So it's on now. So it's supposedly it's recording to a file all the stations it found. Now, like I say, I don't know if it's going to work or not. Ooh, I don't remember turning this on. So it's scanning now, and for the most part, it's not finding much because I got that noise level or the threshold level pretty high, because you can see the signals are, the noise level is really high. So you can see over here it's scanning, and you can see it stays on a given frequency for quite a while. That's because of all those entries, multiple duplicate entries like these right down here. So I'm just going to let it run and see what it finds, and see if it's really working properly, or am I pushing it beyond its capability. I'm surprised I'm not getting more signals this morning in this band. That's a little disappointing. But the idea is I just let this run and go do other things, and it should be recording what it finds in this CSV file here. Possibly. I'm going to let it run for a few minutes here, and then we'll stop it and we'll see if we can look at that file. The few stations it's finding are pretty weak. Okay, there's one. And it shows up here, that's the beauties up here, it shows up here the description of the particular transmission. Now again, lots of duplicates in this database of different stations on the same frequency. So that's why you'll see it not change frequency, but it'll change the description quite a bit. So that's a little misleading. Plus, I won't have that information in this file. I only have the power, the frequency, the signal to noise ratio, and maybe one other term in this file that it's creating. Okay, that's long enough. Let's stop this, and we'll stop the radio, and we will stop this and see, do I have to save this? I don't think I have to save this. I think it saves it automatically. So we're going to go see if we can find it. I think it saves it in my download folder. And let's see. $6:25. What time is it? I don't have my watch on. My computer clock says it's 6:45. I'm guessing that is not it. Maybe I didn't save. Maybe I said. Oh, I saved it under Documents. Okay, there it is. There is the file it saved. And let's see if we can get. Yeah, here we go. Here's a little quick view of it. So 6:43:45. Yep. So there's the time, the date and the time, the frequency, right there. The power and the signal to noise ratio, and the threshold that I set at was -80, and of course these signals are jumping all over the place, so you can see some entries down here that are less than that number. That's expected, but it does look like it's working. I'll have to experiment with this some more. This could be really handy for finding stations that are active, and find out, because this gives you the time and date, find out when they're active. Now, like I say, if you look in that database, there's a whole bunch of stations listed under a given frequency, like 6.09. I saw in that database there was, like, China radio plus several other ones, so you don't know which one it was on or which one it was receiving because of that duplication of stations using the the exact same frequency. Anyway, I think this is pretty cool. If you have any comments, please leave a comment, or you can send me an email to trrs73@gmail.com. If you enjoyed the show, please give me a thumbs up, and have a great day. Bye-bye.